everyone, and welcome to the celebration of marriage here at Cornish Tipi Weddings with a very, very special welcome to our bride and groom and a very happy birthday to Helen.
Thank you.
I'd like to start by introducing my colleague Laura Wilson. Laura will be recording the details of today's ceremony in the marriage register, where there'll be a lasting record of Scott and Helen's marriage. My name is Sally Harvey, and it's my pleasure and privilege to be officiating for you both here today.
Thank you.
I'll begin the ceremony by telling you that the place in which we're now met has been duly sanctioned according to the law for the celebration of marriages. I welcome you on behalf of Scott and Helen. Marriage joins two people who trust the love which they have found together. It is a partnership of equals in which each can grow and be their true self while sharing in the development of the other. Scott, I'll start with you. May I have your full name, please?
Scott Joseph Brabant.
Thank you. Helen, may I have your full name, please?
Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes.
Thank you. If any person here present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. That's as quiet as they're going to be today, I think. Before you're joined in matrimony, I'm required by law to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you're about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. But more than this, marriage is a relationship based on love and trust, encouragement and support, and the sharing of joy and laughter. Now I'm going to ask each of you in turn to make the legal declaration that you know of no lawful reason why you should not be married to each other. So Scott, could you respond, I am, to the following question, please? Are you, Scott Joseph Brabant, free lawfully to marry Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes?
I am.
Thank you. Now, Helen, would you please respond, I am, to the following question. Are you, Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes, free lawfully to marry Scott Joseph Brabant?
I am.
Now, the solemn moment has come for these two persons to contract their marriage vows before you, their witnesses. The exchange of marriage vows in the presence of witnesses forms part of a long tradition of marriage in this country. Scott and Helen, you've gathered about you those whom you love the most. You invited them here to receive their encouragement and support and to celebrate with you at this special time. So Scott, could you please respond, I will, to the following question. I ask you now, Scott, will you take Helen to be your wife? Will you comfort her in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with her through the good times? And will you remain true to her for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
Thank you. Helen, will you please respond, I will, to the following question. I ask you now, Helen, will you take Scott to be your husband? Will you comfort him in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with him through the good times? And will you remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I am.
Scott and Helen, you're about to make the most trusting and absolute commitment that any one person can make to another. You're about to put your love, your life, and your future happiness into each other's keeping. So I'd like to ask you to stand at this moment, please. Thank you. And take your hand. Maybe it's your hands for this moment. Okay. So Scott, would you please repeat after me to Helen? I, Scott Joseph Brabant.
I, Scott Joseph Brabant.
Take you, Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes.
Take you, Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
I promise that I will love you.
I promise that I will love you.
Honour you and cherish you.
Honour you and cherish you.
Throughout all the days of my life.
Throughout all the days of my life.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
I promise to support and comfort you.
I promise to support and comfort you.
Through our lives together.
Through our lives together.
I promise to care for you.
I promise to care for you.
With love and with patience.
With love and with patience.
These promises I make to you.
These promises I make to you.
For the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life.
Helen, would you repeat after me to Scott? Deep breath. I, Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes.
I, Helen Susanna Taylor Barnes.
Take you, Scott Joseph Brabant.
Take you, Scott Joseph Brabant.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
I promise that I will love you.
I promise that I will love you.
Honour you and cherish you.
Honour you and cherish you.
Throughout all the days of my life.
Throughout all the days of my life.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
I promise to support and comfort you
I promise to support and comfort you
through our lives together.
through our lives together.
I promise to care for you
I promise to care for you
with love and with patience.
with love and with patience.
These promises I make to you
These promises I make to you
for the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life.
The wedding ring is the ancient and traditional way of sealing the contract you have both just made. It's an unbroken circle which symbolises unending and everlasting love and is the outward sign of the lifelong promise you have made to each other. So let's so short. If you could take Helen's ring. So if you could repeat the vow after me. With this ring,
a
promise is sealed between us.
promise is sealed between us.
A promise of love and friendship
Promise of love and friendship
to bind us together
to bind us together
through our passage of time.
through our passage of time.
If you could repeat this vow after me. With this ring, a promise is sealed between us.
A promise is sealed between us.
A promise of love and friendship
A promise of love and friendship
to bind us together
to bind us together
through our passage of time.
through our passage of time.
Scott and Helen, you've both made the declarations prescribed by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your friends and before Laura and I. You've further given and received your ring, a token of your commitment to each other and to your future life together. Scott and Helen, it's now my very, very great pleasure to announce that you are husband and wife. Scott, you may kiss your bride.
I bruise you, you bruise me. We both bruise too easily to let it show. I love you, and that's all I know. All my plans have fallen through. All my plans depend on you to help them grow. I love you, and that's all I know. When the singer's gone, let the song go. But the ending always comes at last. Endings always come too fast. They come too fast, but the past too slow. I love you, and that's all I know.
Hustle, bustle, and so much muscle. Ourselves about to separate, and I find it hard to concentrate. And temporary, this cash and carry. I'm stepping up to indicate the time has come to deviate. And all I want is for you to be happy and take this moment to make you my family. And finally, you have perfect, and finally you have found death-defying this mess I'm buying. It's raining down with love and hate, and I find it hard to motivate. And estuary is blessed but scary. Your heart's about to palpitate, and I'm not about to hesitate. And want to treasure the rest of your days here and give you pleasure in so many ways, dear. And finally you have found something perfect, and finally you have found. Here we go. To show up for duty and serve this woman and honor her beauty. And finally you have found something perfect, and finally you have found yourself with me. Will you agree to take this man into your world?